All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Houston Texans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 60, orange, 59. Hey, pick your game up. Ready.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ready. Flag. What is that? Mike 91. Flip.
Following the interception, Winston. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on. Let's go.
Winston now to throw on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And it's third down.
Ready. White 25. Sponge. No. 30. And even. 20. 5-0. 30. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. And he finds McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Taylor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 12, Winston looking sideline, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check three. Slams. Even. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Adams has it complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready. Black, what is that? Mike 91. Watch the backer. 30. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check 4.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. You might read. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Kill, turn up. Begin. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Brown, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Good job, D.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Okay, Brent.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Haywood, check 24. He's coming. Squeeze, get in there. Set, go.
They'll look to throw. He's able to find Wallace. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
61. Matchbox, right. Under 10. 10. You see him. On. Ready, go.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Switch. H3, 218. Chopper. Mike's 50. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll set up to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On first down, it's Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Shift! Watch the shift! Switch! Hey, let's get it converted. Check it out, read. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now a give right side. Taylor. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, check 24. Hey, even. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, 5-0. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down now, it's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's been a long day for you. Deuce.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Yep, motion.
2nd and 11. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 99. Check 99. Watch the air. Wait. Check 49. Check 49. Sonic.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Shit. Back.
From the gun, Winston. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Check. Quick the edge. Come. Green, triple T. Short.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's got Adams on the hookup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Winston now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
4 down. 90 is the mic. Bring it. Easy.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, stop. Let's go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 90 is a flip it. Let's go.
To the air again with Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here's the mic. Zoom. Man, they're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check. Fresno. 5-0. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Check 50. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Let's keep bringing it.
Again, it's Winston. He completes it to Evans.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
90 is a Mike. Right here, right here. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Even. Shift. Hatchet. Hey, 5 on the 50.
Winston now from the 50. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. Winston now. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Kill. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
I got you, son. Check 52. Rush in. Check. Yep. Switch. Tighten up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away to his left. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 3. Check 3. Sonic.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Alert. 3 down. Check 91. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check 43. He's crashed. Come on. He's Sunday. Kill. Wait. Let him go.
Throwing, Winston. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
80 weapons. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Brown. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Ready, go.
Right back to Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
18 Watch the screen.
On 1st down, Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I got you. Sponge.
They'll run now with Brown. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll give it here to Brown. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 91.
Jameis to throw it. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Jameis now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Winston now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check. 3 down. Easy. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Here we go. Switch. Let's convert. Switch.
They'll throw again. Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready. Black, what is that? Win championships, baby. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Three, triple T. 3 down. Easy. Hey. 91 is the
Jameis again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Hey, let's get a conversion. Hey, easy. No. Off. Share.
Now Winston. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Tight dog. Green, triple T. Check. Neutral, focus.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Brown. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Texans push further out in front. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Check 26. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Check 37. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. From
the 29, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Following the interception, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Going for Metcalf, and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Easy. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Slam. Here we go, even. Watch the safety creep.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete to Adams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Watch twist. Watch the shift.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Easy. Hey, I'm coming after you. Watch out. Hey, watch it. Hey, stop. Let's go.
Winston. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9.
Flip it. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 90 is the mic. Bring it. Hunt. 6 up. Wing. Alert flare. Wing, come team. Let me go.
Here's Winston. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
4 down. 90 is the mic. Time to Bang, bang. 5-0. Bang, bang.
Now Winston on fourth down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
64,
Second and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Second and 5. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Squeeze, get in there. Under 10, 10.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On second down, it's Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Ready? 125.
Can't believe they let you play.
5-0. Check 91. Let's go.
Third and long for Winston. It's caught here by Adams. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Ready. 8, read.
Watch the slant. Two tights.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Right. Flip it. Tell him to right. Odd. 5 down. Easy. Hey. Check. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Echo.
Here's Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Black 25 behind. Mike 90. Sonic. All day, baby, all day. Hot 7.
91 is the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Green, triple team. Check 91. Let's go.
Again, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Ready? Blue 80.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Odd. 5 down.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Interception all day, baby.
Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Yeah. 10-2, son.
50, Mike 50, huh?
Watch a slant.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So Houston going to come away